Now I ask, is it rational to conceptualize an almighty, a deity? And when is it rational to do so? I was mistakenly thinking that rational reasoning, rationalism, has to be related to intuition for it to be valid. But intuition implies knowing without reasoning. So that can't be right. So then I said, right, okay, rational thinking, is actually involves logic and validating things, with reasoning. So then you look at what quantum physics is saying and what the laws of thermodynamics are saying. I'm sure people have reached this problem where they say one of the laws says energy can neither be created or destroyed. But then you look at the double slit experiment where one particle, diffracts, which means that it becomes four particles, or two, let's say two, So, but then when you look, energy is destroyed. One of the particles disappears, energy is destroyed. So what they did, rationally thinking, they invented a parallel universe to say it's not destroyed, it must have gone into a parallel universe, assuming that energy can't be destroyed or created. If you can't see it in this system, it must have left the system and gone to another system. So they conceptualized a parallel universe to explain why that energy disappeared. In the same way, you can say if you have a miracle and then you can't, you've eliminated everything that could explain it, and there's nothing left but to say that somebody must have created a universe and is responsible for that miracle. You've conceptualized a deity, an almighty, to explain why miraculous things happen. Now that's rational. That's rational reasoning. That is reasoning. In the same way, you can say if one of the particles in the pattern of diffraction from a double slit experiment disappears when you look, it's rational to conceptualize a parallel universe. If a miracle happens, and it disappears, it's rational to conceptualize an almighty. So it's arbitrary, it's subjective how you conceptualize it. You don't have to conceptualize an almighty, but it works when you do. Whatever you conceptualize, as long as it works, must be true, which tells you that there's no unique answer to explaining the universe. They're trivial answers. Everything's true until you see it, but you won't know if the Almighty is true until you see him. So, and the only way you can see him is if you die. And you might catch a moment where you see him. So to conceptualize a parallel universe is and call that rational thinking, is akin to conceptualizing an almighty, to explain miracles, so that's also rational thinking. It is rational to conceptualize a deity. It is rational. So how could people imply that it's purely intuition? The miracles that led to people conceptualizing an almighty were real, just like the diffraction from the double slit experiment. So it is not illegitimate to conceptualize an almighty power. It is not. Sometimes that's the only solution you can find, you can see. And when you look at the actual face of the Almighty as described in Scripture, an eternal light, burning bush, in today's money that would be a fission or fusion fire, yeah, that somehow draws all this energy from the universe and never burns out, yeah. So if this is what we conceptualized, or what was conceptualized as the Almighty, yeah, it's not far off from the truth. To explain why miraculous things happen, you need an energy source that's drawing from the universe in such a way that is unexplainable, and it could be operating under different laws of nature that we don't understand yet, that will cause things to disappear here so that they can be used, things to reappear here so that they can be used. Yeah, so this is how you're supposed to see the Almighty. It's very scientific and it is rational, because a burning bush, that sounds like a fusion reaction. Yeah, so it is rational to conceptualize the Almighty.